Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Open up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, thousands are cheering our heroes again today because they're approaching Washington, piloting a mountain full of Upsidaisium, the anti-gravity metal. But there are those to whom the occasion brings no joy. One of them is Captain Peter Peachfuzz, head of G2.
This mountain was a perfectly good secret, and now everybody knows it.
Another is that crumb of crumbs, Boris Badenoff, who has just received orders from Mr. Big to blow up the mountain and himself with it.
Come, Badenoff, light the fuse. I haven't got all day.
But, bossman, how come I'm expendable?
You failed to get the Upsidaisium, Boris. Blowing yourself up is the only honorable thing to do.
You had better think fast, darling.
But Mr. Big, old beloved master, if I go, you go.
What? You have a point there, Boris.
However, if you insist...
No. Put it out. Perhaps I was hasty, Boris.
You were almost hasty pudding, Chiefy Wiffy.
Very well, Badenoff. You may carry on.
Mr. Big is gone again, darling.
It's nice to know that under his sinister exterior beats a heart of pure chicken.
Meanwhile, Rocky had skillfully piloted Mount Flatten to a sheltered cove in the Atlantic coast.
Who are all those people, Rocky?
Lots of them are Washington senators, Bullwinkle.
Where's their baseball suits?
No, these are real senators. They can't play baseball.
I know. They got no pictures.
Well, of course, our boys got another chest full of decorations.
Yay!
And work started immediately on mining the mysterious metal Upsidaisium. It was a tough job, for every chunk of ore had to be weighted down so it wouldn't fall up and out of sight. Then the refined metal was taken into the government vault at Fort Knick-Knack, where it was kept under close guard.
What keeps it from falling up now, Rock?
Look, Bullwinkle, they got a big steel cover on top of the pile, and it's chained to the floor.
Oh, who goes there, friend or foe?
Do we get a choice?
It's us, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, you're always welcome, Rocky.
We just came to see this here.
Just don't touch anything.
Boy, they're tough.
I'd just like to see anybody try to steal any of this stuff.
He'd have to be a criminal genius.
A criminal genius? Well, there's only one man we know who could fit that description.
Right you are.
And who is that, Boris?
You, of course, bossman.
Good. Now, listen carefully.
And Mr. Big outlined his plan to startle Boris.
Oh, not that, boss.
It's the only way, Boris. Now, go.
And so late that night, as Rocky and Bullwinkle slept, the stealthy figure crept into their room and made off with Rocky's helmet. A short time later, the guards at Fort Knick-Knack saw a familiar silhouette approaching them.
Halt. Who's there?
Holy smoke, fellas, it's just me, your old pal, Rocky Squirrel.
Oh, sure. Pass, Rocky. Now, there's something you don't see every day, Chauncey.
What's that, Edgar?
A mustache on a little squirrel.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he fibs about his age.
Still, I wonder if he really is Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
And the guard started after the disguised Boris, but Boris heard him coming, and quickly seizing a small chunk of Upsidaisium, he tucked it into his coat. Then, lifted by the anti-gravity metal, he rose into the air right before the guard's eyes. And then, as the guard left, Boris quickly cut the alarm wires. Things were all set up for the biggest robbery in history.
Be sure to be with us next.
I'll tell them. Be with us next time for the Steel Hour or a Snitch in Time.
Once upon a night, there was a cat, which in itself isn't unusual. What is unusual is that this particular cat had cold feet. But being smarter than the ordinary cat, he had a plan to remedy that situation. He climbed to a fence by one of the small houses of the kingdom and began to yowl at the moon for all he was worth. Inside of the small house, a young man who worked very long and hard in the okra fields for his bread and beans was sleeping. Or that is, he was trying to sleep.
I reason that he will soon grab the first thing that's handy, which will be his boots, and throw them at me and shut me up, and... here they are now.
The cat then slipped on the boots, and his feet were nice and warm. Meanwhile, the young man suddenly realized that he had thrown away the only pair of boots he had in the world and quickly dashed out to get them back. He saw the cat wearing his boots and grabbed the rascal by the neck.
Something's the matter with my throat. I can't talk.
Trying to steal my boots, huh? Just for that, I'm going to doom you.
Now, if there is anything that Pussycat didn't want, it was to be doomed, and he did some mighty fast talking.
Please, man, don't doom me.
Why not?
I'm a magic cat.
You're crazy.
No, really, I could talk, can't I? You know very well ordinary cats can't talk.
Not even in cartoons?
I'll prove it to you. I hereby give you 3 wishes.
Oh, boy. All right, Magic Cat. For my first wish, I want you should make me rich.
Easy, man. I'll get to work on it first thing in the morning.
Early the next day, the cat set about the task of making the young man's first wish come true, but not exactly in the way that the young man had imagined.
Now, you stay in there. You want to be rich, don't you?
Yeah, but...
Relax, then. All you have to do is stay 150 rounds with that monster, and you'll win 1,000,000 pazouzas.
Yeah, but...
1,000,000 pazouzas is a lot of pazouzas, and... Good grief, here it comes.
No.
The fight was on. And oh my, the Berserk Turk was more berserk than he'd ever been before. He fought like a madman, and the poor young man took an awful beating.
Oh, but that smarts. Oh, that's going to be blue tomorrow.
But somehow, the young man held together for the required 150 rounds and won the money.
Well, I did it, man. Yesterday you were nothing. Now look at you.
Let me ask you, am I still alive?
That I don't know, but what's your next wish?
No, you don't. I couldn't stand another wish. Go away.
Nah, nonsense. You still have 2 wishes coming. You're not going to waste them.
Well,
Now that you're a man of means, how about wishing for a big house to live in? Come on. We'll get to work on it right now.
Now, it so happened that the only house for rent in the kingdom was one inhabited by a huge ogre. But the rent was a little more than they could afford for...
2,000,000 pazouzas?
But the clever cat had a scheme. He took out a small jar of termites and set them loose in the house.
Hey, Ogre, come here. You're missing the chance of a lifetime.
I am?
Why, sure, you got a pigeon here. You should sell him the joint. The place is loaded with termites. Take a look.
Termites? Good heavens, I had no idea.
Well, ogres seldom do, you know.
The ogre quickly sold the house for 1 pazooza and 38 cents, which is a good price even for a termite-infested house, and dashed away happy as a troll.
What kind of a magic cat are you? You let me buy a house that's falling apart. Get out of my sight. Go away.
Not so fast. You still got 1 more wish coming in.
I don't want it.
With it, I will get you a bride so you can live happily ever after.
No, I don't want a bride?
Right. Now, you wait here.
The cat dashed off and in no time at all selected a bride, and the young man was married. But he didn't exactly live happily ever after, for...
You're just a lazy loafer, that's what you are. Scrub the floors, wash the windows, feed the kids.
Sheesh. What did you do? Pick her out of a bunch of good ones?
You pay attention to me while I'm yelling at you.
Yes, my love.
Now what about my fur coat?
Yeah, what about that?
I don't have one, that's what's about it. Everybody in the kingdom has a fur coat but me. You go into town this very minute and get me one.
But you spent all my pazouzas, my love. I can't get
No excuses. You get me a fur coat or else.
So, once again, the young man turned to the cat and asked...
Please, Magic Cat, grant me 1 more wish to help me get a fur coat.
Sorry, man, but I'm now retired. Besides, us magic cats never grant more than 3 wishes to a customer.
But I gotta have a fur coat.
Don't come to me with your problems. You got yourself into this mess, get yourself out.
All righty, I will.
Hey, what do you think you're going to do? Don't look at me like that. Stop.
And so, once upon a night, there was a cat with cold feet, cold knees, cold chest, cold neck, cold face, cold ears.
crikey! Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like. For those of you who lack horse sense, here is Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, racing fans. Today's topic is entitled, How to Do Stunts in the Movies Without Having the Usher Throw You Out. You arrive at the studio and get the first assignment from the director.
You all set to go, stuntman?
I sure am, CB.
Here is scene. You start car blows up.
With me in it?
Absolutely, of course not. We stop film, you get out, then car blows up. Got it?
Got it.
Camera, action. Thank you.
War pictures offer a great challenge to the stuntman, especially if you're chicken.
Comes now big bombing scene. Dummy is in foxhole. Bombs fall all around. You rush into foxhole, get dummy.
Got it, PW.
Camera, action.
Right out onto no man's land you run. Bombs busting to the right and to the left. Somehow you make it. Leap into the foxhole, fight off the foxes, and emerge with the dummy, which is a bomb. And you are the dummy. Before the day is through, you find yourself on a 5,000-foot high cliff.
In this scene, you jump off cliff into net.
Comforted by the thought of the safety net below, you launch yourself earthward. The net is there, all right, but no one is holding it. And so, in conclusion, to be a stuntman, one must always be careful to avoid painful injury.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
You're welcome.
Hello out there, Peabody here. Tell me, Sherman, in what sport is the term putt utilized?
Motorboat racing.
Motorboat racing?
Sure. You know, putt, 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 putt.
In 1870, the world's first golf match was played, and today Sherman, his outboard motor, and I will not only witness this historic event, but will participate in it. Set the way back for St. Andrews, Scotland, Sherman.
Putt, 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 putt,
And I set the way back controls myself, and in a matter of seconds we were standing on Scotland's only golf course. Two gentlemen were in the midst of teeing off.
That's your 30th stroke, Angus, and you've yet to tee off.
Oh, I'm teed off, all right.
How can that man expect to play golf, Mr. Peabody? His wounds are all bandaged.
Pardon me, sir, but have you had an accident?
That was no accident. McSnide here sent me flowers.
Then you go blaming me for catching poison ivy.
It's a grudge match we're playing. If McSnide wins, then Scotland has to play the game of golf, according to McSnide's rules.
That's 51 strokes.
We can't let him get away with that, Mr. Peabody.
Sherman was right. I substituted for the ailing Angus and prepared to tee off with a deficit of 51 strokes.
You'd best be wary, Mr. Peabody. McSnide is tricky rascal.
A gross understatement. For while I was taking a practice swing, McSnide replaced my round ball with a square one. I drove exactly 250
Yards?
inches. Fortunately, McSnide's club was as crooked as he, and he drove his first into the rough.
Good luck to you, and watch McSnide.
This wasn't easy to do, for I had my hands full trying to approach the green. Hacking my way up the fairway, I looked more like a frustrated dice player than a golfer. While I was so engaged, McSnide used the rough to good advantage.
I'm taking no chances, McPherson. Go to the 9th hole and build a trap so that just in case my opponent gets lucky, he'll fall in and forfeit the match.
Hey, McSnide, I'll build the deepest trap you ever saw.
I finished the first hole with a bogey 84. McSnide was 3 under par.
Give up?
A Peabody never gives up. Sherman, I'll use a round ball from now on. The second hole was 400 yards away, and due to a sudden shifting of the wind, my drive fell short of the cup, 3 feet short.
Hoot, mon, that's the longest drive I've ever seen.
You think that was long? Wait till the next hole.
By the time we reached the 9th green, I was practically even with McSnide. The 9th, you'll recall, was the green McPherson had booby-trapped.
You putt first, Peabody, and lots of luck. He'll step on that green and fall halfway to China.
I stepped on the green all right and promptly putted my ball into the cup.
What a shot, Mr. Peabody. One more like that and you'll be in front.
We left the green and approached the 10th tee. McSnide stayed behind.
I cannot understand it. I told McPherson to dig a trap under this green. And if there is anything I can't stand, it's a man who disobeys orders. Wait till I see that McPherson. I'll give him a piece of my mind.
It wasn't until the 18th hole that McSnide caught up with us.
Where have you been, Mr. McSnide?
I had to replace a divot. What's the score?
Mr. Peabody is 20 under par.
Oh?
How are you doing?
I've had troubles, lad. I'm only 30 under par.
He's still in front of you, Mr. Peabody, with only this hole left to play. What are you going to do?
Beat him, of course. Hand me my number 1 wood. It was then that Chairman discovered we were short on clubs.
Somebody swiped everything but the putter.
Looks like you'll have to forfeit.
Not as long as I have a putter.
You can't putt here, Mr. Peabody. There's a lake that sits in front of the green.
This will require timing. I studied the grass carefully.
Shoot, man, shoot, or else you lose.
I shot. The ball rolled gently down the fairway, bounded into the air, landed on a duck's back. The duck took off across the lake, became airborne, and while directly over the green, lost the ball. And, of course, as I had figured, the ball fell exactly in the very center of the cup.
You did it, Mr. Peabody. You win. Doesn't he, Mr. McSnide?
McSnide was in no condition to answer.
The only thing I don't understand is why Mr. McSnide wanted to change the rules of golf.
Well, you see, McSnide objected to the use of a golf ball.
What did he expect to play with?
Potatoes. He owned a potato farm and hoped to make a fortune selling them to golfers.
But who ever heard of hitting a potato with a golf club?
Oh, come now, Sherman. Surely you've heard of mashy potatoes? Pass the gravy.
Our story opens today in, of all places, the Up in Arms, a Washington hotel. That figure lying peacefully in a hotel bed is our hero, Rocky. You will notice that he's wearing a nightcap instead of his usual flying helmet, and for a very good reason. The helmet was stolen by Boris Badenov, who then proceeded to the Upsidaisium warehouse at Fort Knick-Knack, disguised as...
Hokey smoke, fellas. It's me, Rocky, Flying Squirrel.
Sure, go on in, Rocky.
Yes, disguised as Rocky, Boris penetrated directly to the room containing the nation's entire supply of Upsidaisium. Then he cut the alarm wires and opened the rear window.
Hey, hoya out there, you swamps.
Boris, what means the Navy talk?
Means coast is clear.
Once inside, the two spies were soon joined by the sinister shadow of that criminal mastermind, Mr. Big.
Well, there is Upsidaisium, Mr. Big. My plan is working perfect.
Your plan, Boris?
Sorry, bossman. I meant your plan.
That's better.
And look outside. Got fleet of trucks.
Then let's get started.
Okay, boss. Let's go.
You don't understand, Boris. When I say we, I mean you.
That figures. Come on, Natasha.
Well, the villain's plan was nearly foolproof, all right. They've made only one little mistake. They forgot that Upsidaisium falls up.
Boris, let go of it.
Mr. Big, looks like your plan is wash out.
My plan, Boris?
I was forgetting. My plan.
Meanwhile, back in his hotel room, we find our boy Rocky wide awake.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter, Rock?
I can't sleep, Bullwinkle.
Oh, small wonder your eyes are open.
No, it's all those lights outside. I need a pair of dark glasses.
Why don't you paint your goggles black and...
Hey, that's a great idea, Bullwinkle. I can't.
No paint?
No goggles, they're gone. Somebody must have stolen to look like me, Bullwinkle.
But who wants to look like you? No offense, Rock.
I don't know, but I bet it had something to do with that Upsidaisium. Come on.
And still clad in their night clothes, our heroes dashed off toward Fort Knick-Knack. At the fort itself, Boris had come up with a cunning plan.
What you going to do with those magnets, darling?
Watch, Natasha. Floor is metal, no?
Is metal, yes.
As I strap magnets to shoes, they hold me to floor. Upsidaisium can't pull me up.
Sure enough, Boris was now able to handle the fabulous metal and busily trotted back and forth loading the trucks which backed up outside the window. Of course, these magnets were very powerful, as the soldiers in the room below the storeroom found out.
You seen my helmet, Chauncey? Oh, thanks.
Now, where's my rifle, Edgar? I had it right... Oh, there it is.
But at that moment, Natasha and Boris entered the room, followed by the bemettled General Broadbean.
But I tell you it isn't me. It's somebody else up there, General.
Fantastic! This place is a military...
Is that anything like a civilian oop?
Something's going on up there, Bullwinkle. Let's go.
The old man's up in the air again, eh, Chauncey?
Yes, Edgar, and this time he really hit the ceiling.
Of course, as soon as Boris moved, the general made a rapid descent.
The guard! Call out the guard! Too late, you miserable military men. Boris Bedenov strikes again.
Why, Boris, that's a poem.
Now Bedenov will quickly flee.
So why we don't go?
Can't think of a rhyme for flee.
I've got one. Be with us next time when we see Verse and Worse or Crime Without Rhyme.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Open up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, in our perennial battle between good and evil, it seemed that last time evil in the form of Boris Bedenov would score an upset victory. For Boris, disguised as Rocky himself, was determined to steal the nation's entire supply of Upsidaisium, the anti-gravity metal.
Boris, darling, the whole thing?
Of course, Natasha. Remember our motto. If it's worth stealing at all, steal it all.
And with the help of the magnets fastened to his shoes, Boris proceeded to do just that. He carried bar after bar of Upsidaisium to a rear window and loaded them into a fleet of trucks waiting outside.
But how do we keep people from getting curious about trucks?
Look at Neyman trucks.
Clover Blossom Skunk Farms.
See? Nobody will come within miles of us.
Oh, that's very good, Badinov. Very good indeed.
Dizzy. Thank you, Mr. Big.
Yes, I'm glad I thought of it.
Quick, darling, someone's coming.
Sure enough, at that moment, Rocky and Bullwinkle were dashing toward the storeroom, followed by General Broadbean himself.
What we do, darling?
Truck is just outside. Quick, jump in.
And the two spies leaped through the open window.
Well, darling, here am I, and there are you, but where is truck?
They're not here.
I know where they're not, darling. Tell me where there are.
Yes, Boris, tell us both.
Mr. Big, beloved superior.
Did you fall too, darling?
Look at this lump on my head.
On you it looks good.
What was that?
Yeah, of course, Mr. Big. On you anything looks good.
Meanwhile, back in the storeroom...
Rocky, look at all that Upsidaisium. It's gone.
And whoever took it didn't leave a clue.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, General. Looky there.
Sure enough, over by the window where Boris had dropped it in his haste was a crumpled flying helmet.
Have either of you seen this before?
I don't know. Could I take it out in the light?
You don't have to, Bullwinkle. It's mine.
And just how do you explain that hat being found at the scene of the crime?
Well, I just looked up and there it was.
Not you, you. Are you being smart, Moose?
I don't know. There's the first time for everything.
Guards! All right, Squirrel. For somebody so short, you'll have some tall explaining to do.
Boris, they think that poor little squirrel did it.
Yes.
They'll send him to jail.
Yes.
Maybe for life.
Or longer.
And the really funny thing is...
Yes, yes?
You stole it yourself. Where is it, Boris?
Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Big. Cross my heart. Double-crossed my heart.
But Boris wasn't the only one answering questions. A short distance away, Rocky was undergoing a severe grilling.
Somebody took my helmet out of my room.
And I say you stole the Upsidaisium.
And he ought to know, Rock, he was with you the whole time.
That's right, he was.
I was?
I haven't left your sight since I got here.
So if Rocky did it, you must have did it too.
Well, that puts a different light on it.
You mean you're letting me go?
No, I'm putting myself under arrest. Come along, me.
Hey, wait, General.
What for? Somebody stole it.
He's right, Rock. That stuff wouldn't just disappear into thin air.
Hey, that's it, Bullwinkle.
Sure, I knew it was. What?
It disappeared into thin air. Look there.
Sure enough, there, 100 feet above Fort Knick-Knack and drifting higher and higher with each passing moment, were 10 trucks loaded with the precious cargo of Upsidaisium.
We gotta do something, Rock.
Yeah, but what?
Well, couldn't we at least wave bye-bye?
Well, so the world's supply of Upsidaisium is on the way to outer space. Don't miss our next episode, Truck Drivers in the Sky, or Follow the Fleet.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto!
Wrong hat.
I take a 7.5.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Tuning up your instrument, son?
Huh? Oh, hi, Pop. I didn't see you standing there.
Yeah, so I noticed. You're supposed to be practicing, aren't you?
Oh, gee, Dad, shooting arrows is much more fun. Besides, I can't play this thing.
You could if you practiced. Remember, practice makes perfect. Which reminds me of a fable.
Everything reminds you of a fable, doesn't it, Pop?
Yeah, well, almost everything. This fable is called The Canary and the Musical Hares. Rabbits are very talented people, especially two rabbits who are musicians. Year after year, they toured the forest, delighting the citizens with their virtuosity.
Well, Johann, what'll we start off with today?
How about Beethoven's 46th?
Beethoven never wrote a 46th.
Does it matter?
No, it didn't matter, for you see, those two rabbits had stumbled upon a great idea. Although they went through the motions of playing, not a sound did they produce. This, of course, fascinated the audience. They came from far and wide to stare in wonder at the silent orchestra.
Johann, you were flat in the introduction.
I know, it's my E string. Too much resin.
The close of the performance never failed to bring a rousing tribute from the onlookers, along with a monetary appreciation.
Hey, keep your eyes open for an Indian head nickel. I'm saving them.
Okay, you keep your eyes open for a nickel-headed Indian. I am saving them.
As usual, the tour was a magnificent success. In forest after forest, it was the same old story, standing room only, and then the trouble began. The boys were halfway through Gershwin's Rhapsody in Brown when suddenly, out of nowhere, a canary appeared on the stage and began to sing. The hares were shocked, and so was the audience. Somehow or other, didn't seem right to hear music coming from the stage.
Kick! Shoot him!
What with, my cello?
And it was too late anyway. One by one, the audience wandered off, and the concert was a resounding flop.
Well, thanks a lot, Canary. I guess you know you just ruined our performance.
Yeah, what's the big idea?
I want to sing with your band.
What? We don't have no use for singers.
Yeah, go see Lawrence Elk or somebody.
And with that, the two hares packed their instruments and departed for the site of their next concert. Ah, but that canary was not to be denied.
It's him again.
Quick, hit him in the head with some birdseed before the audience walks out on us again.
Yeah, but unfortunately they had no birdseed and no audience.
Nice going, Canary. You did it again.
Yeah, I got a good mind.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I just gotta sing. And with your band.
Well, I guess we got no alternative but to hire you.
What?
Come on, let's get some sleep.
Ludwig, the trombone-playing hare, had a devilish plan in mind.
Johann! What? Now's our chance to get rid of the canary. Take this rocket, tie it to his foot, and light it.
You better do that, Ludwig. I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
It's easy. Look, this is my foot, right?
Yeah.
And this is the rocket, right?
Yeah.
You tie the rocket to the foot like this, right?
Yeah.
Then you light it.
The foot?
The rocket.
You mean like this?
Yeah. Johann. Yeah.
Look, we got to give that bird the air.
Sure, what do you got in mind?
Well, if you'll notice, we are standing on a cliff. Directly below us stands the canary. Now, you go down and engage him in conversation. While you are so engaged, I will drop this boulder on him.
It was a splendid plan. Unfortunately, 5 minutes later...
Well, did I get him?
Nein, he got tired of talking to me and wandered off.
Where's the rock?
What rock?
The rock I pushed off the cliff.
You didn't push any rock off the cliff.
I did too.
You didn't.
I did.
Didn't.
Did.
It was obvious that the canary would always be an integral part of the group. It was also obvious that another failure was imminent. But fate was kind, though, for out of nowhere a sudden cloudburst appeared, deluging musicians, audience, and canary alike. And just as suddenly, the cloudburst departed, leaving a mighty soaked concert. It also left something else, a case of laryngitis with the canary. Yes, sir, no matter how hard he tried to sing, the poor bird couldn't utter a note. The hares were back in business again. What's more, before every appearance, they sprinkled their vocalist with a generous supply of water, thus ensuring laryngitis and a silent concert. And that's why I always say practice makes perfect.
I don't think that moral fits, Pop.
You don't, eh?
No, I got a better one. A bird in the band is worth two in the bush.
Let's shoot some arrows, son.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like. And now for a word to the not-so-wise, here's Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, knowledge seekers. Today's subject is how to train your doggy for fun and profit. To train a doggy, you need two things. A trainer, that's me, and a doggy. A small doggy. That's better. The first thing to do is to make friends with the doggy. Take his little paw in yours and shake hands just like he was... Next, the doggy should be trained to come when you call. Come here, boy. Come on. Other boy, come here. Come here. Here, maybe? Here? All right, you doggone dog, stay there. See, it just takes a firm hand and a... where'd it... Ooh! But the most important thing is to let the doggy know just who is the master. Look into his eyes and say... You will sit up and beg. You will sit up and beg. You will sit up.
Gee, are you all right, Bullwinkle?
Sure, Rocky.
Okay, then. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
You're certainly welcome.
Hello, Peabody here. Sherman there. Say hello, Sherman.
Hello, Sherman.
You may dispense with the levity, Sherman.
Yes, Mr. Peabody.
Today we shall journey back into time to reveal the true story behind one of history's greatest archers, William Tell. Set the way back for November 18th in the year 1307.
Got it.
The place, Switzerland, near the community of Uri.
All set. Let's go.
In the twinkling of an eye, Sherman and I were whisked back in time to a small Swiss village.
Keen way to travel, huh, Mr. Peabody? Now what?
Well, today is the day the tyrannical Austrian governor, Gessler, has ordered William Tell to shoot an apple from the head of his son. Now we must find just where this event is to take place. I beg your pardon, young man, but could you tell us...
Don't stop me now, mister. I got to get out of this country before I get killed.
Get killed? My word, who would want to kill a little fellow like you?
My papa, he's going to shoot me with an arrow.
Arrow? Your father wouldn't happen to be William Tell, would he?
Yeah, and he...
You, Joey, where are you?
Uh-oh, here he comes now.
So, here you are, Joey, my son. I've been looking all over for you, kid.
I happen to be Mr. Peabody. This is my boy, Sherman.
Hi.
And that is your little boy, Joey.
And that is the reason I've got to leave the country. Papa broke his glasses and can't see a thing. Golly, if he can't see without his glasses, he could never hit an apple on Joey's head, Mr. Peabody.
Oh, don't worry. I got it all figured out. Just how I'm going to do it. Come on, I'll show you.
With that, William Tell directed us to a small orchard not far away, and...
Now, you see this apple tree here?
The tree is over there.
Oh.
Yes, we see it.
Well, I put every kind of plant food known to man on that tree, and look what happened.
Gosh, Mr. Peabody, the apples on that tree are as big as watermelons.
That's right. With an apple as big as that on my Joey's head, I can't miss.
The theory seems correct, but I'm not too sure. Now, give me a hand, Sherman, and we shall see. Sherman and I lifted one of the huge apples and placed it upon the boy's head. But just as I had feared, the weighty wine sack squashed the poor boy flat to the ground. As you can see, the big apple might be a popular dance, but as a solution of our problem, it's a dismal failure. Come, we shall try another approach. Taking William Tell back 100 paces from the target, I decided to see if I could direct him into a true aim. Talk him in, so to speak. A little more to your right. That's it. Now higher. Higher. A bit more. Steady. Fire.
How did I did?
It's best you don't know, William.
Uh-oh, here comes the tyrannical Austrian governor, Gessler.
So, here you are, William Tell. Are you ready to start with the shooting?
No, you don't have to call the whole thing off, tyrannical Austrian governor Gessler. You see...
Quiet, Sherman. Yes, Mr. Tell, we'll be ready in, say, 15 minutes.
Good, we're gonna be waiting. Boy, I'm so glad I ain't gonna be in your shoes, kid.
But Mr. Peabody...
No, but, Sherman, history demands this event take place. But have no fear, for I, naturally, have a plan.
What kind of a plan?
No time to explain now, Sherman. I shall return directly. Moments later, I arrived on the scene bearing a very special apple that I had selected for the target, and I placed it upon Joey's head.
Mr. Peabody, what's that?
That, Sherman, is an apple.
But it's so small.
Perhaps, but the best I could do on such short notice.
Ladies and gentlemen, you is now gonna see William Tell, who is way over there, try to shoot an apple off the head of this scared little kid who is over here. For the time being, anyway. Is you ready, Willie?
Yeah, sure.
Then let her rip.
Wow, he did it! But you took an awful chance letting him try, Mr. Peabody.
I leave nothing to chance, Sherman. You see, I took care to place this powerful little magnet inside the apple so the metal arrowhead would be attracted directly to it. He couldn't possibly have missed.
Gosh, Mr. Peabody, that was brilliant.
I know. So that's how William Tell became a famous Swiss hero. And because of his poor eyesight, a cause of eye trouble was named after him.
A cause for eye trouble was named after William Tell? What's that, Mr. Peabody?
Why, television, of course.
Last time, you remember, Boris had stolen the world's supply of Upsidaisium and loaded it into a fleet of trucks. But he forgot that Upsidaisium falls up, and the whole fleet was soon floating skywards.
You didn't tell me they were going by air, Boris.
I didn't know myself.
You mean you can't get them back?
Of course, Mr. Big. Just takes a little while, is all.
How long?
About 20 years.
You won't be around that long, Boris.
Oh, boy.
But our heroes have also spotted the floating trucks.
Look, General Broadbeam, there goes the Upsidaisium now.
Then all is lost. We're outflanked. We'll never get it back.
Don't despair, General. We'll think of something.
We generally do. You get it, Rock? I say...
There's only one thing to do, Bullwinkle.
You see, he's a
I want to try to round up those trucks.
Boy, try to make a joke around here. Round them up?
But you can't. They'll be out of sight in a few minutes.
Then we gotta hurry. Come on.
Where are we headed for?
The Fort Knick-Knack Missile Base.
And in a few minutes, Rocky was explaining his idea to the chief engineer of the missile division.
So you see, if one of your missiles can boost me up in the air, maybe I can get the Upsidaisium back.
Impossible. Orders state we can carry nose cones only.
Then I guess my idea's a washout.
Yes, unless you happen to be a nose cone.
Bullwinkle, that's it! Come on!
Where are we dashing to?
To General Broadbeam's office.
A few moments later, our heroes again stood before the missile chief.
I already told you, no squirrels on missiles.
Yeah, but I'm not a squirrel. Look at my orders.
The general's appointed you a nose cone, first class. Okay, man, take it away.
And Rocky was hoisted 9 stories into the air to the top of a huge missile.
Now clear the range. Prepare to fire. Mr. Moose, will you give the countdown?
10, 9, 8,
Try 7.
Oh, yeah. 7, 6,
Hurry, Bullwinkle!
Rocky, it's hard enough for me to count frontwards.
Yeah, but the trucks are flying away.
Then I'll do it my way. Ready or not, here you go.
And the huge missile began to rise slowly, then faster, and still faster, while Rocky clung to the very top of it. On the ground, huge U.S. radar screens tracked the flight of the missile, but they weren't the only ones, for at a secret base in another country...
Well, they're sending up great big missile, Theodore.
Don't matter, Nicky. Ours are bigger.
They got new shape nose cone.
Ours got better shape.
Nose cone is shaped like squirrel.
Like squirrel? Well, back to the old drawing board.
Meanwhile, back at the fort, some stunning news came from the tower.
General Broadbeam, the missile is not responding to our signals.
Impossible.
See for yourself.
Sure enough, the sensitive instruments showed that Rocky's missile was swinging more and more out of line.
It's off course.
Where's it headed?
According to this chart, it's headed right for Washington.
Then we must destroy it.
Destroy it?
But my buddy's on that thing.
Don't you understand? He's headed straight for the White House.
You really think he can carry the farm vote?
So we have to push this button.
But as the general's finger neared the destroy button, voices were raised in protest.
No!
You mustn't.
Please.
Stop. Go ahead and push.
Boris Badenov. So that's who has fouled up the missile mission.
Well?
Be sure to be with us next time for The Squirrel Next Door or Hi Neighbor.
Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Open up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, last time we left Rocky, he was on the small end of a large missile headed up, up, and away. He was really trying to recapture 10 floating trucks full of that anti-gravity metal, Upsidaisium. But his plans went awry when the missile began to swing off course.
I wonder what could have gone wrong. Now that missile is headed right for Washington.
Oh, he's not going to like that a bit.
This is General Broadbeam calling Rocky. Come in, Rocky.
Hello, Broadbeam.
Call me General.
Yes, sir.
Now hear this. Get off the missile. We must destroy it in 30 seconds.
But I'm not high enough to reach the truck.
The missile is off course. It's headed for Washington. 15 seconds to destruct.
Rocky, what are you doing?
I want to try to fix it.
And the plucky squirrel worked feverishly on the controls of the speeding missile.
10 seconds.
Come on, Rocky!
Then slowly the missile changed its angle.
5, 4, 3, 2.
He's on course.
He made it!
Hooray!
Fui.
A few seconds later, the missile had reached its highest point, and Rocky launched himself into the rarefied air. Quickly, he zoomed after the floating trucks, and with lightning speed and a handy length of rope, he began to tie them together.
Well, he's got them together, but how'll he ever get them down?
You just leave that to my pal. He's the brains of the outfit.
What does that make you?
What else? A executive.
Meanwhile, high above, Rocky had finished tying the trucks into one big traffic jam in the sky.
Now if I can just get the last truck to work.
Sure enough, as Rocky raced the engine of the truck, the exhaust acted like a tiny jet, and the string of trucks began to move downward. As the trucks came lower and lower, victory seemed within easy reach. But suddenly...
Hokey smoke, I'm out of gas.
And without the truck exhaust to push them earthward, the trucks full of Upsidaisium began to drift skyward again.
Bullwinkle!
Let him go, Rock. No use making a federal case out of it.
But it already is a federal case.
Yeah, that's right. Well, what do we do?
Tie a heavy rope to our rock, Bullwinkle.
Got it. Now what?
Throw the rock over the trucks, quick.
Nonsense. Nobody can throw a rock that far.
I'll have you know you are speaking to the winner of the Frostbite Falls annual rock chunking contest.
Oh.
Of course, this isn't the annual rock, but here goes.
And the Mighty Moose chunked the rock high into the air. Up it went, trailing a heavy rope behind it. Over the trucks it flew and down on the other side. In a flash, the rope was seized by the alert ground crew of the missile, who then proceeded to haul the trucks down out of the sky.
Good throwing, Bullwinkle.
Oh, that was nothing. You want to see my slow curve?
Can't understand why that missile went off course.
General Broadbean didn't have to wait long to find out.
General, sir, the missile control rear flabbers has been sabotaged.
Sabotaged? How can you tell?
Because the differential feedback response is negative.
Yes?
The molecular orbit is out of phase with the thermocouple.
Yes?
And besides, it has this monkey wrench in it.
Good thinking, Ormsby.
That's done.
Yeah, who could have done did it?
Do you have anybody new working here?
Just one man, Private.
Too late, for that particular private had just gone AWOL.
After him!
Well, will Boris escape again? And what has become of Mr. Big?
Oh, don't worry. I'm still in the plot.
Be sure to see our next episode, The Spellbounders, or Hex Marks the Spot.
Long ago, in 1888, which may not seem long to you unless you were born then, there was a young lad named Jack. Jack had come to the big city to try out for a baseball team, the Boston Beavers. The Beavers were a great team managed by that legendary figure, Big Lip Leo.
Men, we really got a great ball club here. Yeah! There's only one little thing keeps us from being a top team in the country.
What's that, sir?
We've never won a game.
True. In 10 years of competition, the Beavers had never won a single game. But then, Jack joined the team. He had an ace up his sleeve that very well could revolutionize the game of baseball.
Yeah, these magic beans. They'll make me the greatest baseball player in the whole world. At least, I think they will.
Jack was soon to find out, for the following day found Jack's team playing their first game of the season against the Poughkeepsie Pirates. Thanks to some quick thinking in the grandstand, the Beavers led 4-3 in the ninth. If the next man could be struck out, it would be all over and the game would be theirs. Jack was in center field, tensely awaiting the next move. The next Pirate stepped up to the plate. There came the pitch, and... Oh, my, he connected beautifully.
There goes the old bull game.
But that's when Jack sprang into action. He quickly pulled out one of his magic beans, planted it, watered it, and then jumped on top of it. There was a rumble, a roar, and before everyone's startled eyes, Jack was carried skyward on a huge beanstalk that grew straight up into the air, and he caught the ball. The fans went wild. The game was over, and the Boston Beavers had finally won a game. Big Lip Leo changed the name of the team to the Boston Beans. And in the weeks that followed, they went on to win game after game with the help of Jack and his magic beans. Jack was now the most valuable member on the team.
Jack, my boy, sweetheart, you are a cotton-picking jewel.
I know.
And he became very famous. Then came the big day for the final game of the season, and they were to play the Giants.
They're gonna be mighty tough to beat, boy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, but we can do it, kid. All you gotta do is stay on the bean.
The game was on, and it was a fight to the finish right from the start. The Giants were smashing ball after ball high over center field, but Jack always managed to zoom up on his beanstalk and catch them on the fly. The Boston Beans played as they had never played before. The scores shot higher and higher until the last half of the ninth inning, it was even up, 66-66. The Giants had the bases loaded. A home run could win them the game.
Now listen, you guys. You gotta do something about that wise guy out there with the beans, and I got a plan. Now, here's what we do. Whitey, you take first.
Oh, Jack knew that they were up to something, but he had a magic bean already in his hand and was ready for anything. Then the Giants made their move. They sent Whitey Goober, the biggest hitter on the Giants team, up to bat. A gasp fell over the stadium. Gasp! The fans knew that if Mighty Whitey ever connected with the ball, it would go a mile. Jack knew this, too. And just to make sure, he took out an extra bean. Whitey stepped up to the plate. The ball was pitched.
Strike one!
Jack, getting more and more nervous by the minute, decided to use 3 beans and play it real safe. The ball was pitched again.
Strike two!
This was it. The next ball would tell the tale. Whitey was certain to swing at the next ball, and Jack, not willing to take any chances at this point, took out a whole handful of beans. Silence hung over the park like a cloud. The pitcher went into his windup and pitched the ball. Jack, not waiting until the last minute, went into action. He planted the beans, hopped on top, and shot up into the sky on the biggest beanstalk of all at tremendous speed. But Mighty Whitey, instead of slamming into the ball, he just gave it a dainty tap, and it dribbled out into center field. Of course, Jack was much too high to do anything about it.
I goofed!
The Boston Beans were cooked. The game was over, and the Giants won 70-66. Well, there was no joy in the clubhouse that night. And what happened to Jack? Well, that big beanstalk carried him straight up into the sky for hundreds of miles until it finally poked through a strange cloud where Jack saw a huge castle.
Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Fee-fi-fo-fum. You know, I had a feeling we'd get around to this sooner or later.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like. For those of you who went from grammar school right into college, here's Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, hi, jumpers. Today's discourse is provocatively entitled How to Run the 4-Minute Mile in 10 Seconds. The 4-minute miler should arise at dawn, eat a hearty breakfast, and go back to bed. Howsoever, if you happen to sleep in a Murphy bed, and Murphy is a night watchman who demands his bed back in the daytime, then you must train elsewhere. And the best place for a train, of course, is a railroad terminus or depot. Here, the neophyte miler has the opportunity of running on an Olympic-sized track. Of course, there is always the hazard that the Olympic special is also running that day. Last but most certainly least, you must have that final burst of speed at the wire. This can be procured at a finished steam room. You take a steam bath, then tell them you cannot pay for it. A Finnish attendant will then boot you out. This is what is known as a finishing kick. At last, the day of the race is at hand, and there you are, ready to win the cup. The race is on, and you discover that you are not only running dead last, but that you are doing it in the Indianapolis auto race. But you win anyway, and in record time.
Well, I don't get it, Mr. Know-It-All. How were you able to win the race?
I know the judge.
Hello again. Peabody. And this, of course, is my boy, Sherman.
Hi. Who are we going back into history to meet today, Mr. Peabody?
I'll give you a little clue. Listen closely.
I've got it. Admiral Byrd.
Wrong, Sherman. Whistler.
You mean Whistler, the famous painter?
Correct. Now, if you will set the Wayback Machine for the year 1872...
Right.
And the place, the home of the famous American painter James Whistler in London, England, we shall be on our way. In an instant, Sherman and I were transported to the side of the great artist where we found him hard at work on his most famous painting.
But, Mr. Peabody, I thought his most famous painting was of his mother.
Whistler's mother. That's quite right, Sherman.
But that's not what he's painting. Look.
Something is amiss here. I beg your pardon, sir. May I ask just what it is you're doing?
I'm painting a picture of my mother's chair.
Well, I can see that, but aren't you overlooking something?
Like what?
Like something in the chair?
Like what?
Like your mother?
Oh, yes, Mother. I tried to paint Mother sitting in the chair, but found that to be impossible. I'm afraid I'll just have to be content to paint her chair.
You can't do that, Mr. Peabody. The painting of Whistler's mother will never be famous without his mother in it.
That, Sherman, is a keen observation. Why, sir, may I ask, is it impossible to paint your mother sitting in the chair?
That's why.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Come along and I'll show you.
We followed him out of the house into the backyard where suddenly and without warning, a most unusual thing happened.
Now I've got you, you rustler, you.
Wait, that's not a rustler, it's Whistler.
Mother, please, we have guests.
Mother? You mean that's Whistler's mother?
How do you do, ma'am? Pleased, I'm sure.
Well, howdy, boys. What brings you around these parts?
I'm afraid that Mother's hobby is the Old West. All she ever thinks about is cowboys.
I've noticed that.
And that's why I can't paint her. I can't get her to sit still long enough.
Come on, fellas. Let's play cowboys and Indians. Yahoo!
See what I mean?
Golly, Mr. Peabody, this is a problem.
Quite, Sherman, but I may have the answer. My first task was to lure Whistler's mother back into the house, which, of course, was really very simple.
Whoa! Which way did they go?
That away!
Good! Follow me!
Forming a posse, we all galloped into the house, where I quickly put the second part of my plan into action.
Boy, that was a keen idea, Mr. Peabody. Now she's as still as can be.
Right, Sherman. Pretending to be astride a horse will keep her perfectly happy. You have already painted the chair, sir. Now simply paint your mother sitting in it.
I'll try.
Hours later, the painting was completed. However, not with the exact results I had expected.
Sorry, but I have to paint it like I see it.
Here she comes again, Mr. Peabody. Yoo-hoo! Bang, bang! Have you got any more ideas, Mr. Peabody?
I always have more ideas, Sherman. I shall solve the problem with a contest of speed.
Huh?
Dressing the great artist in a cowboy suit, I once more confronted his mother. Word has it that you are the fastest gun in the West, ma'am. Is that true?
That's right, boy. I'm just like greased lightning.
Do you think you are faster than he is?
Land sakes, yes.
Well, are you fast enough to say, give him a slight edge?
Sure. Just name it.
All right, come with me. Moments later, the stage was set. Well, sitting in your chair with your guns covered by your cloak and shawl is quite an edge. Are you certain you wish to go through with it?
Yep. You just give the word.
Placing Whistler in front of his easel, I carefully removed the gun from his holster and replaced it with his trusty paintbrush. Now all was in readiness, so I gave the signal, go! Realizing that he at last had his dear mother just where he wanted her, and that he had to be fast to capture her on canvas, Whistler whipped out his brush, and in the flick of an eye, he painted her portrait.
Hooray! I did it!
Bang! Shucks, he beat me. Guess I'd better go out and do some more practicing. Giddy up!
Gee, it all worked out just right, Mr. Peabody. And this is the painting Whistler became most famous for.
Yes, but for some years there was much confusion as to just who Whistler's mother was, due to an earlier painting of his. This one, to be exact.
But that's a picture of a horse running through the rain. How could that cause confusion as to who his mother was?
Because of what he called the painting.
Mr. Peabody, you mean?
Yes, Sherman. For you see, he called it Whistler's Mother.
Last time you remember, Rocky was almost blown up on purpose when a missile on which he was riding was sabotaged by some unknown person.
Unknown. Allow me to present my card.
Yes, of course, Boris Badenov was at the bottom of the whole thing.
Isn't he always?
But Rocky soon straightened out the missile and recovered the trucks full of Upsidaisium. Then one of the sergeants discovered Boris's subtle form of sabotage.
A monkey wrench.
And Boris fled for his life.
After him!
With our friends hot on his heels, the harried villain ducked through a nearby door and slammed it behind him.
Well, Boris?
Who's there? Oh, is you Mr. Big Old Bossman, sir?
Of course. Well, Badenov, you have failed again, and again, and again.
Look at it this way, Chief. I'm consistent.
You are a bungler. You have no brain.
Yes, boss.
Now we're trapped in this room. How are we to escape?
I tell you what, you use brain, I bungle my way out.
He ducked into this supply room, Bullwinkle.
Is he still there?
I can hear somebody breathing.
Well, that may be me. I often do that.
Somebody's coming.
Get ready.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen.
Hi, General. Gee, that looked like
What does that sign say, Rock?
out to lunch. I shall return.
Hey, no.
But I still hear somebody breathing.
Well, I'm still at it, you know.
Let's see who it is.
And as our boys threw open the door, a sinister voice said,
Come in, gentlemen. I've been expecting you.
Well, that's mighty nice of... Hey, Rock, there's nobody here.
No? Then what's making that shadow on the wall?
You mean the one pointing that revolver at us?
Yeah, that's the one.
Hokey smoke, to coin a phrase. Our boys have been captured by Mr. Big himself. Meanwhile, back in the hallway...
Search every nook and cranny. He mustn't get away. Ah, good evening, General. Good evening, General. Cover that area so that... Hey, now, just a minute. I'm the only general around here. Stop him. Stop that man. Stop him. Stop that man. He's an imposter. An imposter. Don't just stand there, you idiots. Arrest him. Don't just stand there, you idiots. Arrest him.
Which one do you believe, Chauncey?
The little one.
Why?
He has 6 stars.
I've got 6 stars. Yes, but yours don't fly that.
And so the two soldiers seized the real general and bundled him off to the brig.
Boris, darling, is that you?
Natasha, who boy? We're in Cloversville, Onibon. They think I'm real general.
Oh, good. Let's go, darling.
Go when I can give orders instead of taking them? Don't be silly. All right, human. Attention. Right face, left face, right face.
And Boris, crazed with power, began to march the entire garrison back and forth. Back in the gloomy supply room, Rocky and Bullwinkle were still facing the menacing shadow of Mr. Big.
Well, gentlemen, you seem to have stumbled into my hiding place.
We'd be happy to stumble out again.
Impossible.
What are you going to do with us?
The only thing I can think of is to eliminate you.
There must be something else.
Silence.
Bullwinkle,
What is it, Rock?
we only have one chance to get out of here.
That's a little better than I figured.
We gotta rush him.
Rush him? I can't even see him.
The light's coming from behind those boxes. He must be there.
But look at the size of him.
It's our only hope.
What's all that whispering there?
You hit him high and I'll hit him low.
Very well. You asked for...
Go, Bullwinkle!
And our heroes launched themselves directly at their adversary. What will be the outcome of this titanic struggle? We'll find out next time in Battle of the Giants, or It Takes Two to Tango.
Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Open up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, it looked for a while as if our heroes really had it made, didn't it? They discovered the floating mountain full of Upsidaisium and flew it to Washington in spite of the attempts of Boris and Natasha to stop them.
Phui, foiled again.
That's curses foiled again, darling.
Please, Natasha, this is Kitty's show.
But things began to go wrong when Boris disguised himself as Rocky in order to steal the Upsidaisium. And although he failed in his nefarious attempt, he did manage to escape disguised as a famous general.
Don't worry, I shall return.
But in escaping, he had left our heroes at the mercy of his superior, Mr. Big.
Gentlemen, I'm afraid your hour has come. Mr. Big has spoken.
Our hour has come.
Is that standard time or daylight saving?
Bullwinkle, we gotta rush him.
Rush him? I can't even see him. Just that shadow on the wall.
The light's coming from over that way. He must be there.
There's no use whispering, gentlemen.
You hit him high, I'll hit him low.
I must bid you good...
Now, Bullwinkle!
And our brave boys hurled themselves directly at Mr. Big. Bullwinkle's effort to hit him high failed when he hit the opposite wall.
I must have gone right through him.
But Rocky's hitting him low had better luck, for he crashed directly into Mr. Big.
Bullwinkle, look at him.
That's Mr. Big.
Why don't you pick on somebody your own size?
He is the littlest thing I ever did see.
But how come your shadow looks so fierce?
Oh, that was quite easy. I just did this in front of the light. The shadow of the gun was supposed to frighten you away.
Well, we were a little scared.
Then why did you attack me?
'Cause we're a little stupid, too.
Well, looks like it's the end of the trail, Mr. Big.
Not quite, my fuzzy friend.
Wait there, Bullwinkle.
Too late for Mr. Big dashed between Bullwinkle's legs and out of the room.
You let him get away, Bullwinkle.
If I was just knock-kneed instead of bow-legged, I'd have got him.
Quick, after him.
But with astounding speed, the tiny figure of Mr. Big dashed down the hallway toward the main Upsidaisium vault.
He's gonna get to the Upsidaisium, Rock.
I don't think so, Bullwinkle. Look what's in front of the vault.
Sure enough, two brawny military policemen stood guard before the door armed with heavy nightsticks. But when they tried to stop Mr. Big, they succeeded only in knocking themselves out.
At last I have arrived at my goal, the world's entire supply of Upsidaisium.
Meanwhile, in the Fort Knick-Knack guardhouse, General Broadbeam was still trying to prove to the provost marshal that he wasn't an imposter.
Just take this examination.
I'm a general. Look at these stars.
You might have bought them at the 5 and 10. That's where I got my eagles.
But confounded bogus, you know me.
What makes you think so, stranger?
Stranger? Bogus, you're my brother.
Sentiment will get you nowhere, fella. Now, just answer these questions.
And in the meantime, the genuine imposter, Boris Badenov, was having the time of his life.
Left column march, right column march, fifth column march.
Boris, we got to go.
Oh, please, Natasha, I'm just crazy about giving orders.
Darling, you just crazy. Period.
Pass in review.
And Boris would have had a delightful afternoon if a voice hadn't suddenly called...
Hey, General, sir.
Oh.
I don't like to interrupt you, General, sir, but that Mr. Big feller is in the Upsidaisium vault.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. You two stand over here against the wall.
What's he doing, Rock?
I don't know, but remember, he's a general.
Yeah, maybe he's got a plan.
And Boris certainly did, for he stood before a line of soldiers and commanded...
Left face, ready, aim, fire!
And the rifle shots rang out. Don't miss our next exciting episode. Bye, Boris, or farewell, my ugly.
Once upon a time, there was an old wood chopper, and he lived in the woods, which is a nice place to live if you happen to be a wood chopper. His wife had presented him with a fine son, and as the years went by, they were very happy. That is, until one day, when they sat by the fire, his wife looked up to him and said,
Pa,
she always called him Pa.
have you noticed anything strange about our boy Tom lately?
Strange? Oh, Tom, could you come in here for a minute, boy?
Yes, Father?
Here, let me look at you, son. Mm-hmm. Stick out your tongue. No, can't say as I do, Ma. What do you mean?
Well, he seems a mite smaller than he should be.
Oh, land sakes, Ma, give the lad a chance. He'll grow as he gets older.
Older? He's 28 now.
Just the same, he's gonna grow. Won't you, boy?
Yes, Father?
But as year after year went by, Tom didn't grow an inch.
Tom?
Yes, Father?
Now, you better mind your daddy and grow, you understand?
Yes, Father? I'm trying.
The problem grew as Tom didn't. Being so small proved to be a constant danger to the young man.
What's the matter, Pa?
Don't move. There's a cockroach on the table. I'll get him. There, you little varmint. Oh, sorry about that, Tom. Does it hurt?
Only when I laugh, Father. Ooh.
Then there was the time that Tom fell down a crack in the floor and was missing for 3 weeks. Until one day when...
Pa, have you seen any witches around here lately?
Why, no. Why do you ask?
Well, I think one sneaked in here and cast a spell on our vacuum cleaner bag. Listen, it talks.
Help! Help! Let me out of here! Oh, there ain't no spell on that bag, Ma. You done vacuumed up our boy Tom again?
It was finally decided that something had to be done, and the old man called to his son.
Now, this here gone on long enough, boy. Now, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to make you grow.
Yes, Father?
Now, maybe the whole trouble is you ain't eating enough food. Now, eat this whole watermelon, and we're going to see what happens.
6 months later, Tom had eaten every bite, and his father carefully measured him, but he still hadn't grown even the tiniest bit.
Dag-nabbit, boy, you just ain't trying.
Yes, I am, Father. Honest.
The old woodchopper kept right on doing everything he could think of that might make his son grow. He stuffed little Tom full of vitamins, fed him with all the food he could hold. He exercised him from sun up to sundown.
1, 2, 1, 2, up, down, touch them toes, lift that weight, tote that bar, grow, you little critter, I want you large. Now, we skip the rope.
Good idea. Let's skip it.
I'm pooped. Any change in the boy yet, Pa?
Yep.
Oh, good. You mean he's growing?
Nope. He's losing weight.
The old man even made a tiny track out in the backyard, and Tom would stretch his muscles by running around and around by the hour.
Good lad, Tom. You just ran the 4-minute yard. But you still haven't grown a cussed inch.
Alas, by now it had become quite clear that nothing they could do would make Tom grow. It looked like he would just have to stay small.
Son, I'm afraid that only being 2 inches tall, one of them little things you're just going to have to learn to live with.
I noticed that.
But try as he might, Tom found it impossible to adjust to his little problem and be happy. And one day, he finally came to a decision.
I can't stand living here this way. It is time for me to marry, so I'm going out into the world to seek a bride.
You can't do that, boy. Why, the cards are all stacked against you.
Don't say it, Father. I know. But my mind is made up, and I must try. Farewell.
And Tom struck out all by himself and into the cold, strange world that lay ahead.
Oh, poor Tom. He never going to find anyone small enough to be his bride.
I know.
This might have been the end of the story, and all would have lived unhappily ever after, but for one thing. Soon after Tom had left, they received a letter from him with some very startling information.
Ma! Our Tom's got a job in town, and he found himself a bride.
Why, land sakes! Where do you suppose that tricky little Dickens found a sweetie as teeny as he is?
I don't know, but the wedding's tomorrow, and we're invited. Come on, Ma, we're heading for town.
The old woodchopper and his wife had never been to town before because until now they never had a reason. But when they arrived the next day, a most amazing discovery was made.
Well, if this don't take the rag off in the bush, no wonder we couldn't get Tom to grow. That little stinker was normal all along.
My goodness, dear. How come your mother and father are so big?
Very simple, honey. They're from Texas.
And they all lived ever after, which is just about all you can expect with a situation like this.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like. And now for all of you out there who need to know a little bit more about a little bit less, here he is, Mr. Know-It-All.
Greetings, ineffectuals. Today's recession is entitled, Wouldn't a Trophy Look Nice Over Your Fireplace? Or, How to Get Ahead. Being a big game hunter is really quite simple, like me. All you need is a rifle and a faithful Indian guide.
How?
Are you sure you're a faithful Indian guide?
Sure thing, see feather?
You know they're not making Indians like they used to. You are now ready for the hunt.
Look, here is tiger footprints.
How do you know that is a tiger's footprint?
Because the tiger's foot is still in it.
Here's a magnificent beast, and you shout to your faithful Indian guide who is carrying the rifle, "The gun! Let me have it!
What's that?
Let me have it!"
Seems silly, but okay.
Your wound heals quickly in the dry, warm climate, and you are ready once again. It's time for the biggest game of all, elephant. And you do not even bring a gun.
Hey, Buana, how are you going to get elephant without gun?
All I really need is a little toy mouse. If I show this to an elephant, he will become so frightened he will faint. And so, in conclusion, you can see that getting a trophy to hang over your fireplace is really no trouble at all, especially if you happen to have a flying squirrel for a little friend.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. I think.
Hello again, Peabody here, and there's my boy Sherman anxiously waiting beside the Wayback Machine.
What fascinating date in history are we going back to today?
The year 1519, where we will meet the famous navigator Ferdinand Magellan.
Gee, swell. And the place?
Spain, Sherman, to the seaport city of San Lucas.
Got it, Mr. Peabody.
Sherman and I entered the Wayback and were immediately whisked back through time, where we soon found ourselves in the presence of Magellan himself as he conferred with King Charles V of Spain.
Let me get this straight. You want me to put up the money so you can be the first one to sail around the world?
See, peachy idea, no?
No!
But, Your Highness, think what an expedition like this gonna mean to Spain.
See, but think of the money it would cost. Sheesh! It would take my allowance for a whole week. Besides, I don't think it can be done.
But it can. See, I got all the charts and everything. I even have all the maps from the Auto Club.
I still don't think you can do it.
I can.
Can.
I can.
Can.
He can.
Who are you?
I'm his boy Sherman, and he is Mr. Peabody. Mr. Peabody knows everything, don't you, Mr. Peabody?
That is correct, Sherman.
Ask him. He'll tell you the Magellan can sail around the world.
Can he?
He not only can, he will, I assure you.
There, you see? Now, come on, sire. Be a good sport.
All right. I will put up the pesos. But if you fail...
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna make it, or I tell you something. I'm gonna eat my sombrero.
See, with sombrero like that, it will be very fitting punishment. Now go. Prepare for the journey at once.
Magellan, of course, was delighted. 5 stout ships were fully supplied and completely outfitted, and he was ready to sail.
At last, I am on my way. Adios, Senor Peabody.
Goodbye, Ferdinand. Smooth sailing. But as Magellan turned to leave...
Not so fast. Where do you think you are going?
Me, I'm gonna sail around the world.
Boy, what some hombres won't do to get out of paying a butcher bill.
I beg your pardon, did you say butcher bill?
See, he has owed me $2 for a dozen weenies for over a month. Now, either he pays the bill or he goes to jail.
I'm a man of honor. I'm gonna get a job and pay you this very afternoon, butcher.
All right. I give you till 4 o'clock. Then you pay the bill or else.
Realizing there was very little time, Magellan hurried into town where he applied for work. But nobody seemed to be hiring anybody that day.
It's no use. It's almost 4 o'clock. Now I will have to go to jail instead of going around the world.
Gosh, isn't there anything we can do to help Mr. Peabody?
I've been working on it, Chairman, and I see the answer to the problem right over there.
Bullfight today. $2 first prize to anyone who can stay in the ring with El Bruto for 3 minutes.
Well, if you excuse me, I think I go over to the jail now and pick out a number. Adios.
I assure you there's nothing to worry about, for I have a plan. We whisked Magellan into the bull ring, signed him up, and in a matter of minutes he was ready to face the bull.
Look, here comes El Bruto.
Good, and there goes Magellan.
No.
The bull charged at Magellan with thundering fury, but Magellan, as I knew he would, nimbly jumped aside, and the bull missed him by a wide margin. Again and again the bull charged, and Magellan kept jumping and hopping so that never once did the bull touch him.
Look at him wiggle and move. I had no idea Magellan could jump around like that.
It's really quite easy when someone has poured ants into your trousers, as I did to him just before pushing him into the arena.
Ants in his pants? Golly, no wonder.
Thus Magellan easily eluded the bull for the required 3 minutes, won the $2, paid his weenie bill with the butcher, and at last was able to set sail.
Well, there he goes. And that's how he became famous as the first explorer to sail around the world.
Not only that, he also became famous as a great card player. You see, in order to pass the time on the long journey, he played poker with members of the crew, and one day made history by getting 265 straight flushes in a row.
Gosh, I never heard of that, Mr. Peabody.
Well, of course you have, Sherman. Everybody's heard of the Straits of Magellan.
Well, last time we left things in a pretty pickle indeed. General Broadbeam was in the guardhouse taking an examination to see if he was sentenced to the jute mill or the rock pile. The villainous Mr. Big was alone in a vault full of precious Upsidaisium, and our heroes, Rocky and Bullwinkle, had just been placed in front of a sinister-looking wall by none other than Boris Badenov, disguised as...
General Badenov, please. Okay, boys? Left face, ready, aim, fire!
A volley of rifle shots rang out, and our boys would have been in a bad way but for one thing. In ordering left face, Boris had pointed them in the wrong direction.
Well, I'll fix that. Right face. No, about face. Now left.
And while Boris tried frantically to correct his mistake, Colonel Bogus was examining General Broadbeam's examination papers.
But the only thing you could possibly be is...
Yes?
A general. You're released, sir.
And the general dashed out of the guardhouse in time to save our heroes. In no time at all, the disguised Boris found himself in the pokey.
I told you not to go on giving orders, darling.
I only got one more to give, Natasha.
What's that?
Shut up your mouth!
And in just a few minutes more, General Broadbeam had the whole Upsidaisium vault surrounded by a company of soldiers.
We'll try to sneak up on him from inside, General.
Right, Rocky. Now hear this, Mr. Big. You can't possibly get away. Come out with your hands up.
Now that I am so close to success, never.
Unfortunately, Rocky chose that moment to enter the vault, but before he knew what was happening, had been seized, bound, and gagged by Mr. Big.
Now we shall see who has the upper hand.
And grabbing a huge ingot of the precious Upsidaisium, the arch criminal started out of the vault.
No, I got you. Oops.
Stand back, Mr. Moose, if you don't want your little friend to be hurt.
You wouldn't dare. Would he, Rock? Oh.
And as Bullwinkle stood by helplessly, Mr. Big stepped boldly out of the building.
Here he comes, men. Ready, aim.
Hold it, General. That's my buddy he's got with him.
You mean Rocky is a hostage?
He's a squirrel, and don't you forget it.
I guess we're helpless.
Sure enough, Mr. Big, with Rocky as his prisoner, marched unscathed to the front gate of Fort Knick-Knack and stepped through to freedom with the Upsidaisium still in his grasp.
Now, wait a minute. You mean this story ends with the bad guys winning?
Looks like it, Mr. Moose.
Well, that does it. I'll never watch TV again.
But just then, a remarkable thing happened.
I thought so.
What do you mean, remarkable? Everything is exactly the same as it was.
Oh, what is it?
Sure enough, the fabulous anti-gravity metal was up to its old tricks and was lifting Mr. Big higher and higher into the air.
Let go, you fool!
Never.
But that's a one-way trip you're on, fella.
Let loose of that stuff.
We'll catch you.
Never. It's mine. Do you hear? Mine.
And the greedy thief, unwilling to part with his ill-gotten gains, kept rising higher and higher into the air until he disappeared from view and was never seen again. Rocky was safe, and the villains foiled.
Yay!
Well, our story did have a happy ending after all.
But boy, it was close.
And now here's a final word from our hero himself, who says... Translation, be with us next time for the further adventures of Rocky, the Flying Squirrel.